Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we're going to be doing a 12 by 12 layout. We are going to start by making our embellishment clusters off of the page. This is going to be a layout for Mini Kit Monday, February 2022. The challenge was to use what's on your desk, so my kit is a mega kit this month. And yes, we are going to be doing Mini Kit Mondays on days that aren't even Mondays. You can see right here, I did start with this Heidi Swap frame. It says Shine on it. That's been in my stash for a very, very long time, and I'm very happy to have gotten it used. It's just a paper frame, one that if got trashed, you wouldn't even care because literally it is just paper. This little piece right here was off of Felicity Jane card. It says be good to yourself. I just cut off the phrase and cut that into a banner. We're going to go ahead and back this frame as well with the piece of this scrap paper we have left over. Now those foam flowers, they are Maggie Holmes flowers. They're basically stickers that are sitting on top of foam, and you'll see coming up in this. Is it in this layout? Yeah, I do believe it's in this layout. We're going to peel the sticker off of the foam so we can just use the sticker and not the foam. We didn't want dimension under that one. So we're going to go ahead and do that on this layout as well. You can see right there, I am going through that little yellow box of embellishments that I put in my kit, and I'm just pulling out colors that I think might work. I'm sticking with like peaches, and some pinks. And yellow, of course. You can see there we've got a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but we got some fussy cut pieces. Those Remember and that Collect, those were both Maggie Holmes from I don't even know what collection. And a lot of those die cuts are Maggie Holmes as well, the pink ones and also that yellow one. This right here is a scrap piece of paper. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and fill that frame up with that paper. I went a little crazy with my glue right there. We're going to go ahead and fill that up. Anyways, that scrap paper is from the paper pad that got put into my mega kit, and it is called You Go Girl, and it's a DCWV. I believe I picked that up over at Michael's. Now the back of these, when you pull these foam stickers off the backing sheet, the paper comes with it a lot of the times. So it's really hard to get the sticker back off of it, for me anyway. So I just leave it on there and use liquid adhesive to go ahead and get that stuck down. So these clusters are coming together pretty well. We're going to go ahead and use these cute little, they're like little cards that say Remember and Collect on it, and there's like a piece of distressed washi tape holding them up. I think that's really cute. I fussy cut those out of the paper, I don't even know when, a long time ago. We went ahead and put those together and covered up the R with one of the yellow Maggie Holmes flowers. Here we're going to go ahead and try and use this label as a label base. This is going to be a bunch of banners stuck together using this ephemera. Now I do know that the text on these little banners, they're mostly numbers. The text is going to be turned sideways. It's not up and down where you can read it, and I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm just happy that I was able to finally get some of these used up as well. They're really, really cute. Love how this comes out. Now, like I said, we're building the clusters off the page. So you can see I'm building 3 clusters. Well, what we're going to end up doing is when I pull the page out, I'm gonna end up joining 2 of those clusters together. So we're really only gonna have 2 clusters on our final page. It turns out really cute though. I really love this touch right here, that puffy sticker. I cut that in half so I could use it in 2 spots. And I just tucked it in between the layers of those 2 cards, the Remember and the Collect. Now that yellow sticker right there, that is the one that I peeled off of the top of one of those foam bases, like that black flower. Both of those black and white flowers actually are the foam, those foam stickers. Now that yellow one that I'm putting a foam dot underneath, funny huh? I pulled all the foam underneath and then I put a foam dot underneath it, but I only wanted the foam dot underneath the outside. I wanted the rest of it to lay flush to the page, kind of the same as I did here. That banner, I put a foam tape just on the ends of it, and the rest of the banner, I went ahead and laid flush together. So we have a little bit dimension over on the right hand side where the banners have points, and then over on the left hand side where that big flower is right here, it's going to be flat to the page. I really like that effect. I've been doing that for, I don't know, probably a year now, and I don't know why I started doing it, but I just really enjoy the look of it. I think it's really pretty. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and be finished with that one, I do believe, and then clean up a little bit. And I think we're going to get on to making our layout. Now, for the layout, I did pick a border piece of paper that is out of that Get It Girl paper pad. It's these flowers right here, the peach, because I did pull out a bunch of peach and a bunch of pink embellishments, right? So yes, we're going to use this. I am trimming down this white daisy cardstock. I trim it 11.5 by 11.5, maybe even 11 3/4. I have just a very little bit of that paper showing. You can see right here, I did pull out that ballerina ink in my sponge. I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges in this ballerina. Now I know what it looks like right there on the screen. That's not what it looks like when it actually goes down on the paper. That is a kind of interesting color though. We're going to go ahead and ink the rest of this and then put it down. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with my voiceover. The recording keeps stopping and then I have to start it again. So there might be some breaks in here. Here recently, as you guys know, I have been doing face-to-face voiceovers. On this one, it's just very early in the morning and no one wants to see that. So yeah, we're just going to do a voiceover on this one and probably on the next one as well. Maybe even the third one. So we'll see how that goes. This is a photo I'm going to be scrapbooking. Now this isn't off a sketch or anything, but you've seen this design everywhere. It's a very common, popular design, I do believe. Anyways, I am going to be scrapbooking this paper right here. I do want to have more yellow because we did use that scrap piece of paper, right, to back that frame. So I am going to be using this piece of paper as my photo mat. That is also out of the Get It Girl paper pad by DCWV. Now you can see right here is where I combine those two clusters. I went ahead and set the cluster of those little cards, the one that said remember and collect. You can't see collect anymore, but you can see remember. I went ahead, I'm going to combine those. I'm going to set the smaller cluster on some foam tape, I believe, and stick it on there. Isn't that cute? That is so adorable. And who would have thought that title came off of a 3x4 card? I just think that is so cute. All right, well, we're going to ink the edges of all of this too with this ballerina ink. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out a stencil. This stencil is from the Stencil Pack 1 by Close to My Heart. I'll have it linked down below. It's really cool. There's like 12 different designs. So they're like maybe 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. On this 12 by 12 stencil. It's very, very cute. You've got a lot of selection with that. I have the stencil, well, actually, I believe I have all the stencil packs, but there's another one that has, it's kind of the same concept, but it's rows with the rows are different designs. I think that's really cute. Anyways, we are going to be using these spots, and some of them are going to be darker than others, and some are going to be lighter than others. I just wanted to fill this up a little bit. When I was looking at this layout today, I was thinking I might go back and put some of that gold gilt, Dina Wakley spray on it because it is pretty clean, like way more clean than what I would usually do. So yeah, here we're gonna, again, it looks like we're taping down the bottom of this flush and putting some foam tape to the top of it, like we've already talked about. After we do this, we're gonna go ahead and embellish with some smaller bits. We're gonna pull out a label. Oh yes, this other pink, I wanted to tie that pink in from down below. This one does have a lot more bright on it than the other one, so that kind of stinks a little bit. That's like the boldest piece on here, even bolder than the photo. The photo and that piece are like, they compete a little bit for attention. We are going to be using this black label, kind of trying to make it a little less bold, right? I'm going to cut it in half and put a little bit down at the bottom of the top cluster and put a little bit down at the top of the bottom cluster, like this. We are going to pull out some little bits. What are we going to pull out? We're going to pull out some wood hearts. The wood hearts are by Close to My Heart as well. They will be linked down below. We're just going to go ahead and scatter those around the page. I think we used 3 of them. Part of my frame has a little bend in it, so I might again pull out a little bit or one little more heart and put it over the bend on the frame so it's not so noticeable. So this layout might change by the time you guys see it in the share. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to support my channel, please go to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. Also, remember to check out Dollie and Kathy. They'll be linked down below. They're the other 2 members of Mini Kit Monday. And hop over to our challenge group for a chance to win. And I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.